While I was on a walk today, I found a really cool spot that resembles a bit of a miniature forest, which, you see a lot in the woods. Things grow and they grow new. But I thought it was really cool. It looked like a little island in the leaves with its own little forest growing out of it. All these shots were taken with a telephoto lens just so I could get in there, and I kind of liked the look of the background compression it got in the photos. Going on this trip was a lot of fun. It's fun to kind of make a game out of photography. I like to do photography because it kind of makes a game out of hiking. So it builds on each other. It's like two games at once almost. It's honestly the perfect kind of game to give myself while hiking in this time of year because the sunlight's just hitting the forest floor with all the leaves gone. Reminds me of a time I came here maybe 2 falls ago, I think. And now it's just about to be spring, but you kind of get a similar environment late into fall. I had an actually pretty similar theme to that trip, where I kept seeing things that I felt would make really nice landscapes on a small scale. I'm gonna call it small scale landscapes. I don't know what it is, but today I'm here with my telephoto lens. It's a 55 to 200 millimeter lens that I set out today to just go out and play with and kind of figure it out more, see what else I can do with it other than get photos and videos of things far away. So that could be a fun little game for us to do today. I got some really cool shots messing around with this mushroomy tree that broke apart. And what's nice is all the man-made things in the distance look really tiny because they're far away. So how about today's theme is small world? And, we'll break it if there's photos that apply to, different styles. But I think that'd be a fun little challenge today. I'll keep my eye open for small world little things, and we'll see how it turns out. Most of the things that I'm finding that I'm taking pictures of are these areas of moss where there's a lot of interesting growth. And I think that's cool. I'm going to call them mossy meadows. It might be a good title for the video even. But, while I like the pictures of these mossy meadows and I'm not going to stop taking them, I would like to keep my eyes open for other things because I don't want it to all be these mossy meadows. I want to look for some, like maybe canyons and tree bark or, a caterpillar. I don't know. I'm finding that one of the good ways to make these things look big is to get real low, zoom in a bunch, obviously, and try to nail focus on as many things as possible. It's really hard to get a very deep field because you're zooming in so much on things that are so small. This has been a really interesting trip for me because it's nice to be able to figure out exactly how you make things look big, especially when most of my subjects are in the Appalachian Mountains where the landscapes are really difficult to make look the proper size. And I think I've achieved that, in the past, but this is a good little exercise in refining those skills, I think. Honestly, it surprises me that there's not a bigger market for, the skills to make things look bigger that are small, because you have product photography, you got, let me think. There's a lot of people that photograph miniatures. I think those people probably get good things. And then, of course, there's dating profiles where people get a lot of use out of this skill, I'm sure. And one of the cool things that happened while I was, on this trip was I just happened to find some good opportunities to get some photos of some really neat animals. There's a swan that I got right at the beginning before I even figured out what I was going to be doing today. And then at the end of the hike, there was these deer. I got a photo of one of the deer, but it wasn't that great. But then I quickly turn around and there's a dog running right at me. And I had my manual lens at the time, which is the Brighton Star 35 millimeter. It's entirely manual. So I had to quickly pull the exposure, pull focus, and snap the photo as fast as I could at the right time to get this picture of this dog running right at me. And honestly, that might be my favorite photo from the whole trip. It's a fun thing to do. And I recommend you guys go out and do it, even if you just have a phone, because you can do this with your phone camera. All you have to do is just get low, get to where it's almost eye level with the subject, because that's kind of, that's how you see things. So it helps to make things look big by getting down to their level. And then you just zoom in, That's what I found, was zooming in a lot really helped. I don't think that I've had much success with wide angle lenses when I'm trying to do these things, because it happens a lot. There is one exception to that, but I'm going to save that for another day, because it's actually, the one exception is probably my favorite photo I've ever taken. Now, if you guys like the idea of doing a bit of a challenge with photography or something like that, here's another video where I kind of unintentionally told a story with my photos. I didn't take much footage on this trip, but I ended up really telling the story of Chloe going on an adventure. And I kind of just included the audio of us chatting while hiking. So if you like the idea of that, it's a good visual storytelling thing, and maybe it'll inspire something in you on your next outing, or maybe your first outing, to try and sort of capture a story with your photos in sequence. Check it out.